What's going on, world? It's your boy Holiday Zay with Let's Talk Ship. Today's topic is going to be verbal and physical altercations on board. You might have come across other YouTubers, cruise content creators who discuss this. They might hit some points and some of them might not. But y'all know me. For those who know me, we not about to miss a beat with this one, and we're gonna get into it. So with that, let's talk ship. First and foremost, overall, this is not about race. It's not. However, we are going to point out the obvious. People who know me know it is what it is. I'm not about to sit here and say one culture or one race does something, and then the other one, they're saints and perfect angels. No. Over here on this channel, any and everybody gonna get it. And any and everybody can get it. And in this one, somebody gonna get it. There have been verbal and physical altercations on many cruise lines, okay? Not just one that most of you who are watching this probably know which one I'm referring to. It happens on many cruise lines. It's just not placed on social media like one particular cruise line, and then people bash that one particular cruise line, and you make it seem like it's that cruise line that creates that. It's the people that choose to go, because a lot of people would say that that's the only cruise line that caliber of people can afford. So they bring their culture and their behavior from where they're from to someone's establishment in the middle of the ocean and cause havoc, which discourages many people and say, for one, I either don't want to go on a cruise, or for two, I don't want to sail on that particular cruise line because of the type of people who cruise on there and the actions that take place on there. And guess what, baby? I totally understand. And I agree. You shouldn't want to put yourself in a situation to where you might get injured by a flying object or a flying limb off of somebody's body. I get it, because for one, you might get injured, or for two, okay, we're just gonna stop that right there. Nevertheless, verbal and physical altercations, they're not good. I want to say this. There might have been a few people who have mentioned this. I'm gonna say this. In 2026, cruising has become trending. It's trending. It's the thing to do. Just like these young YNs walk around in 90-degree weather with hoodies and toboggans on, full face shiesties on. It's hot. I know you musty. You funky. It's 90+ degrees and it's humid. And you got a hoodie with 2 shirts on underneath and you ain't hot. No, ain't hot. So it's trendy. And it's just like, bro, why a hoodie in 90-degree weather with humidity? But when it's freezing outside, y'all outside with just a t-shirt on and you got your hands in your pants saying, well, I'm just trying to keep my hands warm. It makes no sense. No sense. It makes no sense to go on a cruise ship, a vacation, and act a plum fool. This is the thing, because I talked about this on a different platform on a live recently, and I'm bringing it here, okay? The amount of physical altercation videos that I've seen within the last 2 weeks on different occasions is diabolical, okay? Now, the majority of the videos that I've seen, young black kids, young black teens. Let me put it out there, because that's what I've seen. And for a lot of us, that's what we know, because you guys have seen it too. If you haven't, the internet is useful, okay? Go find it. I'm speaking on it right now. And my whole thing is, your daddy or your mama or your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa, whatever guardian you have, paid for you to be out there. You went out there with family. You didn't go with friends. And the thing that's mind-boggling to me is that you go out there friendless, but within 2 to 3 days, you form a clique and somehow you gain enemies, all within either 3 days or 7 days. How? How can I go on vacation and create a clique and create enemies within 3 to 7 days? That's a mindset. There's no way, there's no way I'm about to go on a 3-day, 4, 5, 6, or 7-day cruise with the mindset and the intent to form a clique just to form enemies and then start either an argument or a fight in the middle of the ocean. Because for one, you risking getting beat up, okay? That's just number one, because you're not as good as you think you are, all right? Because you're not gonna keep that same energy if you ain't had nobody to back you up. That's why you needed a clique in the first place, right? You had to find a bunch of same, like-minded, ignorant people just like you to even have that courage, right? That's one. And then for two, your guardians, you're putting them at risk for fines and getting banned. Because see, the people who have level-minded people like your guardians, I would hope so, they're going for a vacation. They're going to read their book. They're going to get massages, and they're going to get their hair done on cruise ships because they got money like that. You know, they're going to do what people do on vacations. You know, just lay out and get tan and just go gamble, okay? That's what they're going to do. They're not thinking about beefing with nobody else. No, that's your teens, your ignorant ones. That's what they're going on there to do because that's the trendy thing to do. Because I'm seeing a lot of these teens who have crappy accounts with nothing on there, but I'm seeing their accounts have 1 or 2 videos of the cruise experience, but they're looking for clicks and to go viral based off of having physical and verbal altercations while on board a cruise ship. That's a trending factor that I'm seeing over on TikTok. Y'all can stop me anytime when this is not true, okay? And it's becoming a very serious problem. So what do we do about it? What do we do about it? Many people would say ban everyone within that party. Parents, guardians, the kids, the teens, ban them from all cruise ships or ban them from the sister cruise ships, jail them and fine them. Good riddance and get rid of them. However, we know that that would really hurt cruise lines' pockets if they did that, right? But something has to be done because it's getting out of hand. It's becoming a safety issue to people around them and even the teens involved. Because what happens when someone gets knocked unconscious, falls over, hits their head on a rail or falls down the stairs, breaks their neck? You see where I'm going with that? It can be a real situation. And in their mind, oh, I never meant for that to happen. You know, we was just on there and it just happened because we was just chilling and then somebody looked at me funny or somebody accidentally bumped into me and they didn't say excuse me. Now somebody gone because of something stupid. I can't tell you how many times somebody done bumped into me on a cruise ship. Sometimes it's a little crowded. I may look at them funny, but I'm not about to sit here and start a whole argument or a whole physical altercation because somebody bumped me. I'll turn and I'll look. And sometimes they say, my bad, but them old hags, the entitled people, oh, they just walk in front of you and bump you and don't say nothing. Sometimes you got to give people grace because they grew up in the era where ignorance was a real thing. So those people cruise too. So you just got to just know how to pick and choose your battles. And for my people who've been on cruise ships, you know exactly what and who I'm talking about. Let's move. Can I get an amen? Amen. Amen. So someone gave a solution, a recommendation, I should say, is that all minors should be in their appropriate stateroom by 9 p.m.
Damn.
Woo! 9 p.m. Now, some of y'all might be like, okay, well, that's not bad. But when you consider what their current curfew is, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know they could stay out that late. That's why I'll be seeing teens all over the place. Yeah, their current curfew is 1 a.m. 1 a.m. is their current curfew. That's kind of late. And let's be honest, We've seen teens out later than that. And to be fair, security is out, and sometimes security, they don't do their job. However, I think going forward, with the upgrade in their equipment, they got body cams, they got mace, they got batons, they got handcuffs. They might be stepping it up a bit because they tired of the havoc and the nonsense of these ignorant crowds. And I'm totally for it. Call me what you want. I don't want ignorance when I'm on vacation. That's just me though. And I know I don't stand alone on that. So 9 p.m. being the curfew, man, that would be, could you imagine? Because think about the consequences that comes with that if that new policy is broken. Think about how that's going to allow the guardians or parents to be more attentive to their teen or teens. Because let's be real, let's be honest. A lot of these parents, they take their teens on these trips and they let them run wild. And they tell the other, oh, I know my baby girl or my baby boy, they out here, they having a good time. They don't get in trouble. Use a doggone lie. Use a doggone lie. No. That's a whatever. Yeah, because it's parents like that. And they are a part of the issue as well. So I think it wasn't me that brought this up. It wasn't me that suggested this. The 9 p.m. curfew, I think low-key would be dope because it would force the parents and guardians to be more attentive and tell them like, hey, you better have your butt back in that stateroom by 9 p.m. because if you get caught by security, that's a fine. Any minor caught outside of their stateroom after 9 p.m., it ain't no warning. It's an automatic fine to that stateroom. Could you imagine? That might be a game changer. The moment, it would be like a feature on security's little hand scanner thing. The moment they scan your cell and sign card of the minor, and it can check that it's like 9:05 or 9:15 or 9:30 or 10 or something. The moment it does that, it's a pending charge on your stateroom. Like an instant. Because what they would have to do is they would have to make everyone's Carnival cruise account. It would have to go through like some sort of update to where you can't even look at booking cruises. You can't look at your status. You can't look at anything until you read this new update and you accept it. Meaning that you've read this new and very important update because that is your first and final warning. After that, if your minor is caught outside the stateroom after 9 p.m., it's an automatic fine and charge to your cell and sign card. That would be a game changer because I think that the parents and guardians, they would definitely have more stricter talks because now it's coming out of their pocket. And each time that they are caught, they're fined, I would say $500. $250 to $500 every single time. And the third time that they're caught outside their stateroom after 9 p.m., it's an automatic ban for everybody in that party. Stateroom. Could you imagine the change in atmosphere if Carnival did it that way? They went into the systems and made that update to where you had to read and click and agree, just like y'all book y'all's cruise now. Y'all scroll, y'all ain't reading all that. Y'all scroll, and y'all just say, take my booking money, and I want to be on this vacation. But when something goes wrong on the ship, you want to rebuttal everything, and they're looking at you crazy because you just agreed to our terms and conditions to be out here. Now you're trying to tell us what the rules are, and you don't like our rules and terms and conditions. You agreed to them. Who really looks dumb standing in front of guest services complaining about something? Not them. You agreed to their rules. I think Carnival should implement that. I think every cruise line should implement that. And however, we are talking about primarily the teens right now, but don't get it twisted. There are adults that get ignorant on cruises too. I'm gonna show you guys an example of how chaotic it is when teens just choose to be ignorant. Real quick. Yeah, It happens. Now, here's an example of adults being ignorant. There it is. What do you guys think should happen to adults? We already know that they get banned, they get kicked and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you think adults, as far as the consequences, do you think anything else should be added on when adults get into it? Physical altercations or even verbal altercations? Do you think it should just be like a simple warning and break it up? Or should they get the same equal punishment as people who get into physical altercations? Let me know down in the comment section below. That's going to be it for this video. Simply with all of this, man, tell your kids, tell your teens to stop acting up on these people's cruise ships. Because y'all causing havoc. Y'all really are. And y'all are part of the problem because you know good and well how your teens are at home. You know they ain't got no good sense. You know they act out. You know they one of them ones. And it ain't cute. It's really not. So hopefully this video, I guess we could say informative, useful. It brought awareness. That's what it did. It brought awareness. If you felt this video brought some awareness, do your boy a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Of course, there'll be more cruise news, cruise content, updates, so on and so forth coming to the channel. Just make sure you hit that notification bell. And always, always, always be grateful and embrace the day. And until next time, peace.